This recording is called The Importance of Being Held Accountable. You see, so even though nobody holds me accountable in my personal life because just how things have panned out, well, when it's like when you have friends, you might have known them for a few months, but they're in a similar position to you, or there's other people that you get along with, but they're just living their life, and their life is not what you want to live, but they enjoy their lives. And there's other people. I just got my Warren of Fitness. There's other people, turn that down, that I'm just doing this because, you know what, I'm driving away from the place, and by the time I finish this, I'll get home. Good timing. From work, and they might have goals and stuff, but it's like if you're in the same boat, I can understand why. It's like, I like helping people, right? But you gotta help yourself. What I mean by that is, I'm not Superman. I'm just a guy. No, not that anyone said I was, but it's just me, my thinking. When I'm helping people, people might think, haven't you learnt the lesson? Yeah, but the thing is, for me, when I help people, it doesn't hurt me. And I've just learnt, not just now, but, by the time I got to my late 20s, it was like, well, I was going to say never, but the high majority of the time, like, if you've known someone for a number of months, maybe a year or so, and for a fact that they don't self-sabotage, like, for example, they may be the way they are, and they might have been taking nonsense from a bully boss, because there's good bosses. There's good bosses, as in, like, you get along with them, and it's like a friend, but there's a difference because, the seniority thing, but they treat you with respect as well, and you got things in common. And there's other bosses that are good that you might not have things in common, apart from the fact that, you want to give them your best work because that's who you work for, and that's of benefit to them because, well, they're the boss, you know what I mean? So if you feel like you're respected and appreciated, you want to give your boss your best effort, and of course that's going to be of benefit to the boss. Yeah, so they said, here's a list of things. We need to order the parts in, and we'll get it done. Organise the time. I'm going to be very picky with my driving because I want to respect that, because what they allowed me to do was pay for it now. I paid for it now, and then they kind of order the parts to get it in again. So it's not like I'm going to be just like just random. Sometimes I'll be just like, I'm bored, I'm just going to go for a drive. I'm just going to go for a drive to this place or that place, and maybe go for a walk or something. Since this has happened, it's like I'm going to, sorry, it's my ADHD. I'm going to, because I forgot what I was talking about in the first place. But I'm finding my way back. But I thought, why not show unfiltered, right? Now, people say, oh, you should travel around the world and stuff, and I like having fun, but I feel uncomfortable with the idea of moving to another town or city, and it took a huge thing for me to move from Hawke's Bay, because that's where I was that's where I was comfortable, because I'd always lived there since I was 14. And for me, you don't just run to another city, or not run, some people want to go there for something new, but it would take a lot for me to move to a new city, because comfort zone. But at the same time, I'm always pushing myself out of my comfort zone in my personal life. So yeah, I'm going to drive this car home, get home. I'm barely going to use this car. It said if I get bored and want to go do a bushwalk and it says it's 2 kilometers away or 900 meters away, there's others, but knowing me, I get emotionally attached to places. I'll be like, I came here when I was thinking about something, about the stage of my life, and I came here about 3 times, and I remember walking here 3 times, and so every time I'm in that not province, what do you call it, district, there's, or not district, like there's a park, there's a city, I just forgot the words, I know what it is, but you live in a city or a town, and it's got all these different areas within the place, right? So like every single area I go to that I either have lived in or worked there, there's always the same spot that I go to if I end up going for a walk there, because I'm emotionally attached to those things. It's like a person to me, but it's not a person. It's a place. Like it's a park up in Upper Hutt. It's the walking track that only takes about half an hour to do, but it's only, it takes about 40 minutes there all the way both ways, but it's 900 meters away, so knowing me, I'll intend to go other places, but if I don't want to drive my car around, I'm always just going to go to the same spot because I get emotionally attached to them. This is not what what I wanted to talk about. But ADHD, talking about how I go to the same place 2 or 3 times and now I'm emotionally attached to that place. And it reminds me of the reasons why I walked there. So now that any time I want to go for a walk, just because I'm bored, I'm in that, is it district or what's that word? It slipped my mind. That it's like the town is split up into different bits. Then I'm in that place and I just feel like going for a walk. I'm always going to walk at the same place because I'm emotionally connected to it. It's typical autism, but then look how my talking goes. My talking just went haywire. I went about something totally different what I was going to talk about, which is very typical ADHD. People used to say to me when I was younger, I was ADHD, and I am, but, I've always paid my bills on time. Quite often I'm ahead of time. But even when I was unemployed for 2 years, I would still pay my bills on time, but if it was something like $1,000 for getting the car fixed up or something, or, I'm going to say something positive about my parents, they'd pay it, but then what I'd do is I'd pay it back, right? So that's, they'd pay it, but I'd pay it back to them. That's how it happened with my last car. But then I've been fully employed since 2015, all year round, so I've just been paying on the spot. Except for when I came here to live, May 2021, I ended up having 2 different full-time jobs and, just finding the right management, Or one was, it just didn't get along with the management and, because they were talking down to people, and if you didn't do things their way, they'd start threatening you and all this type of thing. And then there was another management I was working for, and they were good, but I wasn't good at the job. And then I went to Armaguard.